Hello there, I'm Dark Shades, and today's video is about the different types of women and how different types of women attract different types of men. Now, I've noticed that, if I go out and I am natural, when I say natural, I have my natural hair and I might have some beads and some rootsy kind of earrings. Depending on where I go, I wouldn't get acknowledged. Not that you go out to get acknowledged by a man, but it's a very obvious that men go for different types of women. And for a lot of men, it's the visual that comes first. Regardless of how they say to you, oh, I love my natural women, don't wear makeup, don't wear wigs, you will find that a man is more likely to approach you if you're false visually, because I think his eye is trained for beauty in a different sense, in a westernized sense. Now, say for example, I put on one of these wigs, which is what I'm going to do now. I'm going to show you the different types of images and the different types of men. Now, this one I'm going to show you now is the wild look, okay? Okay, as you see, I look totally different. I might look a bit, I don't know what kind of man would approach me with this type of hair. I can only say that it would probably be somebody who likes somebody kind of freaky. Now, notwithstanding, the person who you saw just minutes ago is actually the same individual. It actually brings off a different air, doesn't it? Now, a man who would approach this type of woman may not approach the other type of woman, although once he's got to know her, it won't make a difference. So once again, I'm saying that the visual does matter. And I know it for a fact because when I go out, I get approached by different types of men depending on how I'm dressed, or I don't get approached at all if I haven't got a wig on. Unless people know me, of course. If people know me, that's totally different. I'm talking about strange men. And I do this as an experiment. Now, I'm going to show you another wig, and it's going to make me look totally different again. Now, this one I call my freaky wig. What would I call this one? I would call this one, I'd call it my Housewives of Atlanta wig. Okay, so hold on one sec. So now I'm back to being natural, same woman. And now we put on Housewives of Atlanta. Do I look like Housewives of Atlanta in this? I think I look a bit like Housewives of Atlanta. What's her name? Nene. Nene. Now, I wonder what kind of man would approach me with this wig. Do you think it'd be a white man? Do you think a black man would approach me in this wig? I don't know. What does this wig tell you about the woman? It's a totally different look, isn't it? I kind of like this look. Now, I've got one that's platinum. Now, platinum for me spells arty. This one has still got an air of sophistication to it. So, yeah, this is Housewives of Atlanta. So if I put on my arty wig, this tells me something like, those, I'm not going to say Beyonce, but that kind of style that they wear. So I'd imagine somebody on TV, maybe a celebrity, wearing the next wig I'm going to wear. So once again, I'm not quite sure what type of man would approach me in this wig, You tell me, what type of man do you think I would approach, would I attract in this wig, as opposed to the one which was all wild and crazy, and the one where I have short natural hair? And I find that most men who are with women with short natural hair, they haven't met her like that, you know. They've got to know her, and then getting to know her, she's taken off the wig, and then they said, oh yeah, you know, she's decided she's going to go natural, and they go along with it. But I bet you they would not have chosen her with no hair. I'm sure they wouldn't. When they say a woman's hair is her beauty, it really does put a lot of pressure on us women. So yeah, so the next wig. Take this one off. And now we have the platinum. Like I said, this is really well, it could be a Housewives of Atlanta still, but I think this is more what do you say? This is more, yeah, I think this is more pop starish. Yeah, I can see myself being a pop star in this wig. What do you think? And now, intriguingly enough, I've got one called the wifey wig. Now, anytime I wear this wig, I attract a certain caliber of man. Distinguished, bearing in mind I'm the same woman with the short hair, with the freaky hair, with the Housewives of Atlanta hair, and now with this kind of starry-eyed hair. Now the next wig I'm going to put on is what I call the wifey look. That tells a man I'm respectable, I'd make a good wife, I'm reliable. So let me know your thoughts. Okay, the last one this is. See? You see how sophisticated I look? Now this is what I call my president's wig. And, you know, it's just amazing. You know, now if I go out like this, I'm a totally different person, aren't I? You know, I'm going to attract a totally different man. A man's going to look at me and say, that woman is a serious woman. You know, she looks respectable. She looks wifey material. Now, why am I doing this? I'm doing this because it's about the personality. The essence of the woman is the same. Regardless of all those wigs I've tried on and shared with you and showed how they can change not only my personality, but actually my character, and how each wig can prompt a different judgment. And they do. People judge you the way you dress. They judge you by your appearance. And notwithstanding, everybody says, oh, you know, it doesn't matter about how you look, it's who you are. How do you get to know who someone is? Now, if you meet me like this, you're going to get to know this person. And down the line, I'm going to say to you one night, you know, this isn't my hair. How is that person going to feel? That person's going to think, it's not your hair, what do you mean? It's a wig. What do you mean it's a wig? It's a wig, woof. This is how I look. They're going to think the woman is crazy. So you can't do that. You can't shock people like that. So what you do is you get to know the person, preferably in your natural state, but that's not always possible. So you get to know the person with one of your identity states. And as you get to know the person falls in love with you as a woman, as an individual, how you are, your heart, your soul, your character. And then it doesn't matter what hair you don, because the essence of you is you and the essence of me is me. And that's all I have to say for now.